We all know people who want to get into reading, right? They have bookmark section, they have a list of books they want to buy. And I've seen that often right at the top of those lists, they have books that are written by certain subject matter experts, people who have an experience in certain thing. And the problem is that when you read something that is written by an actual world famous author, the difference between the story and how the story is written becomes very, very clear. And when they start with these books, they instantly lose interest. What is supposed to be a fun activity becomes a burden, right? Because they're not really used to going through 10, 20, or 30 pages in a day. And when the writing is not in your favor, when the writing is not captivating, it becomes a burden. So I have 10 books that I think one can get started with if they want to get into reading. The very first is Fault in Our Stars. Now, this is going to get mad bit, right? Especially if you're a teenage guy. The second is Animal Farm. It's completely different from what it sounds like. The third is Goosebumps. I get surprised when people say they've never heard of Goosebumps. You're missing out on a lot. The fourth is Winner Stands Alone. Not gonna get into this one. The fifth is Leaving Time. Now, this might scare you because of the thickness of the book, but the story is written. You won't even realize when you have made it to the final page. Next up, I would say read The Death of a Salesman. It's a very short read and it's always relevant. Next up, Sophie's World. A lot of people talk about philosophy, but they have not actually read what the original philosopher meant when he was talking about the philosophy, how it translates to the current world, how it translates in comparison to the history of Western philosophy as it's been going. Next, I would say Crime and Punishment, a classic. Everybody knows it, just get to it. Next, I would say is Osho. Now, he may or may not be for you, but I definitely think it's worth a read, especially the Alchemy of Yoga one. And finally, The Bell Jar. If you have gone through these 9 books, you're not going to have difficulty making it through Bell Jar because it is one of the most intricate, one of the most complex and difficult to read books that I have come across. And there are certain books that I never finished that are pending, but this is one that I have been able to finish. And I would definitely say that it's going to take you some time to read, but it is very interesting. And if you want to see me talk more about these books and how they're connected to my life, let me know.